now dead. Police today said the death of Nikolai Glushkov was murder. He was strangled. Oligarch Boris Berezovsky was the Russian president's arch enemy. In 2013, he was found hanged at home. The coroner called it an open verdict. The man on the right is dead too. Georgian businessman Badri Patarkachishvili, who collapsed, a sudden heart attack. They're among the 14 untimely deaths of Russian exiles living in Britain, as well as British citizens lured into the Kremlin net, now looked at in a new light by investigators after the poisoning of Russian double agent Sergei Skripal and his daughter Yulia. The deaths include hanging, radiation poisoning, a Chinese extract that triggers heart attacks, being impaled on an iron railing, collapse and suffocation, found in a suitcase. For Russian dissidents here in London, it feels like open season.
That makes a lot of people worry, a bit more worried than it was before.
Nobody knows who can affect and who would be next, and it's very scary.
And although police are careful to say Glushkov's murder can't be linked to the latest poisoning, it can be linked to Moscow, and that's all the more frightening. Charlie Daggett, CBS News, London.
Upsets in presidential elections don't happen in Russia. After a total of 16 years as president, Putin is expected to win big as he seeks another term on Sunday. But you can't have an election with only one candidate. Elizabeth Palmer in Moscow looks at the loyal opposition.
The choreography of Vladimir Putin's Moscow campaign rally was flawless. The grand entrance, the patriotic speech, and finally, the national anthem. But the real staging of Putin's campaign began months ago when the Kremlin approved an opposition to create the illusion of a real race. 7 candidates, from a fiery nationalist to a prominent socialite, all allowed to run, but not to win. The Russians have a term for it: managed democracy. We spoke to the communist candidate, Pavel Grudinin, one of the characters in this charade. You're running in an election you can't possibly win. Even you must admit that. So, what do you hope to achieve? I don't agree, he said. I do have a chance. Vladimir Putin didn't even show up for the candidates' debates, which were more reality TV than serious politics. For example, when the nationalist candidate told the only woman running to shut up, she flung water at him. By contrast, Putin's tough, masculine image plays well with voters. Why do you think President Putin is so popular among Russians?
Because in the eyes of most of the people, he is strong.
Nina, who lived through the chaos of the 1990s, told us Putin has restored our self-respect. So he makes you feel proud of your country.
I think yes.
There is one man who might have given President Putin a run for his money: Alexei Navalny, an anti-corruption activist who was harassed in the election run-up and predictably.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on
Hey,
EA
baby,
Sports.
we in the hunt, though.
We've got a matchup where time of possession will be a focus. The Cowboys are top 10 in rushing yards, going up against the Eagles front 7 that will need to be up to the test.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Yes.
Let's go. Can we establish the run?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. In motion here is Witten. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw it. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
Off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Thank you.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Jay Ajayi's going to go. The 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 79 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. I mean, less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So we're right back where we started.
Thank you very much, Peter.
As the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. The play clock's running down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Prescott down. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. This is Ajayi. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On first down, Wentz. Buying time to his left. His throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They run with Ajayi. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So now on is Caleb Sturgis for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
On second down, Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yeah, they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
Now Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Prescott from the gun. Complete to Jason Witten. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on a 3rd down conversion. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
In motion here is Witten. Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Prescott. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look great from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. Finding some room at midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
For a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window. Timing was great there and a big run. First carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. To the right side. Caught by Salad. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it. But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Forced out to his left. And he connects with Ertz. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket, completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
They run with Pumphrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Here's Ajayi. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Is that a nail?
Point after now from Sturgis. It's good to make it 17-7.
Thank you.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off.
All right, you done it now, nigga.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. A second down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vinny Curry in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And this really is a good defense because what they've done is focus on stopping the running game and being physical against it.
And the numbers, they really bear that out. They're currently 5th in the National Football League in rushing defense. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Bye-bye, Beasley. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A gain of 3, second down.
Don't do it no more. It's a buck.
On second down, here's Wentz.
It don't do it no more.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds
Go ahead.
past the 45. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Finding room inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And now here come the Cowboys. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hello?
So the D-line's going to spread out. A first down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott now on 2nd down. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one, as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll begin the drive with a Ajayi. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second down following the run. Now it's Ajayi. Ajayi, a first down and more. Ajayi's gonna go. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 66 yards on the ground. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
And this is something that you know that they're emphasizing. You know they're working on, but it has to improve. Carson Wentz lost 14 fumbles as a rookie. And the NFL is just different. When you're in the pocket, you're always at risk of that ball being jostled out.
And if memory serves, those 14 fumbles tied with Carson Palmer for most in the NFL. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, Smallwood. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it up and through. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
3rd and long for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
This is brought in at the 21. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
Jay's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Prescott now from the 50. There's no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd down, Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Play clock winding down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And Jay Ajayi's going to go. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in. And the Eagles are pouring it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
In motion here is Witten. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Time running out here on the play clock. Prescott to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now a handoff as they run left side.
Going inside like that.
Past the 20. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 42 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 2 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And out now come the Cowboys. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Interesting quirk in the schedule coming up for the Cowboys. Typically, you get 10 days off after these Thanksgiving games, but this year they play next Thursday. They get their third straight home game, this time hosting the Redskins.
You never know how the schedule's going to fall. You're right, it has been tradition. Thanksgiving game, 10 days off, but not in this case. A nice little stretch for Dallas.
Throwing, Prescott, and he finds his man, that's Butler. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Prescott on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Here's Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. In motion left now is Beasley. First down, Prescott. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his Eagles will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And tough starting field position here. They run the counter now on first down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles continue to roll. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now Prescott. Throw left side, caught by Butler. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To the air again, Prescott. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Wins to throw on second down. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On EA Sports after this. And the slot man goes in motion left. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Eight yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Here's Wentz to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz and the names that end in TZ. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run it now with Barner. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody.